Saw a lovely movie, didn't we? Just saw a nice little, fun little movie, didn't we?
Yes, we saw a nice cultural film.
Yes, very sophisticated.
Very sophisticated
Yes.
film. Yes, so...
What was it called?
It was called Logan!
Logan! Oh, what a darling! That's
Logan, what a wonderful name.
What a beautiful name, Hugh Jackman.
Gripping name for a film, yes.
Cheers to that.
Cheers to Logan.
Well, I thought, personally me, it was very exciting, very violent, lots of blood, lots of dead people, very heartfelt, had a very emotional sense around it. It also had a little bit of humor, which was nice, appreciated. And what I liked most about the film was that it wasn't cheesy and flashy like some of these superhero movies tend to do, as some of the X-Men movies. And for that reason, I wanted to say that I think it was the best X-Men film I've ever seen, ever.
I completely agree with you, sir.
Oh, isn't that fucking fabulous?
Sir. Completely agree with you. As much as I want to disagree, I have to.
I
have to agree. I felt the movie was, or the film, as I might say,
Yes.
was thoroughly enjoyable. A roller coaster ride.
Oh,
riveting from start to finish.
My heart was pounding.
Emotional. Depth. And you could feel the class within the writing.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
The acting was impeccable.
It was, I have something to say about that.
And the cinematography was eloquent, shall we say.
It was eloquent for what it was.
It's an extremely elegant film as well.
Yes.
With touching moments.
Very touching. There was a lot of touching.
There was a lot of touching.
Lots of touching.
Metal against flesh.
Oh, yes.
Into that sort of thing. This was the finest film set in the X-Men universe I have ever seen.
That's fantastic news that we agree.
That's up to you, sir.
Yes, well done. That's off to us. Good acting all around, but not all the time. I thought there was a little bit... you know what I thought? I thought I wanted to say, though, on the character-wise, that feral chick was fucking rad! That chick, the little girl, was amazingly good.
She was good.
Yeah, I thought she was going to be shit. Based on the trailer, it seemed like some chick couldn't act. She was spot on. It's exactly what I wanted from that. And I just wanted to also say, where Logan and where Xavier are at in their character timelines, so rad, so rad.
It was the Wolverine film we all deserved.
Yes.
So after enduring so many fucking howlers. Like, Origins, oh no.
I was okay with it.
It was too, it just had too many silly moments.
Yeah.
And then the second one was a bit meh. It followed a specific Wolverine story, which I actually read. And it drew good parallels. But again, it just kind of went down this really silly. Logan was just, it was grounded. It didn't sit there and try and explain, give you all these explanations about why things are like that, and all it, I like that. I like that mystery behind it because it just focused on the characters. I gotta say, there were some pretty fucking awesome moments. In that film,
big time.
Some really awesome moments, but they were just. They were just done in such a way where it didn't feel stupid.
No, that's what I meant. There was cheese-free, flash-free. It wasn't like a pew-pew. It was just like a proper raw superhero violence, man.
But it shows what you always, because obviously in the X-Men films they were targeted at a much younger audience.
Yeah, exactly.
But Wolverine's character has always been an adult character.
Of course.
He's all about the slashing and chopping people up. The way it presented a world, a future, which felt really believable.
Yeah, definitely. Despite being the future, it wasn't about that. It wasn't flying cars and the fucking laser beams and all that. It was just very probably how it's gonna be.
I mean, there are bits where you have cybernetics and stuff like that. But again, it's things that you can see probably happening in our lifetime.
Exactly. I have one criticism, and I just got to remember this guy's name. Stephen Merchant casted as that kind of dude. I thought that was bad casting decision because that dude I know him for his comedy work, and I enjoy his comedy work, but I couldn't take his character seriously at all. And I mean, it was a bit of funny-ish character in a way, but I thought I wish I didn't like. He did a good job, but when I see him on screen, I get a certain emotion, and it's not. It wasn't connecting to the Logan emotion. I think.
I felt that Xavier really was.
You know what?
Patrick Stewart.
There was
that was Patrick Stewart's finest Xavier.
Xavier character was perfect.
I think
Perfect.
He was definitely relishing being his jolly self.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Because that's
X-Men gets cutted because it's like character. This one was just like
character reference.
Yeah, I know, and it's like, whoa, like someone will fly up in the air and save the day, and it was like that's just not the case.
I know. There was none of that.
Yeah, none of that fucking bullshit, man.
But I do feel that we're bigging up this film. I'm trying to find negatives about it.
I've said some.
I know you said a couple.
Yeah.
Trying to.
I got a bit of a negative as well. I think the storyline was perfect and it worked well and it was kind of original, but it really wasn't in some ways.
I'm really struggling to. I know there will be a lot of people out there who can even like I can almost see like there will be people who will hate this film.
Of course.
Because it goes against the grain.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go and see something that was completely separate, like just the opposite, polar opposite of the Bryan Singer X-Men films.
Yeah.
I'll give props to the writers for taking the risk.
It was a risky. It was fearless, man. The whole film was fearless. A lot of stuff happened. You're like, no. Like they didn't give a fuck. No. They didn't give a fuck, and that showed. They weren't precious about anybody in that film, man.
No, I felt like they just basically wanted to round things off.
That's exactly what it is. It's supposed to be the final Wolverine, isn't it?
Yeah. I do feel that they're kind of going, if we're going to go out, we're going to go out with style.
Yeah.
Not with a bang, but with style.
Exactly. That's it. Yeah.
They've invested years and millions on Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart and the X-Men franchise as it stands.
Yeah.
But with what I thought was a bit of a big failure in X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
After a decent run with Days of Future Past and First Class and all that.
Yeah.
With that long catalogue and so many hit and misses within it.
Yeah.
And so many people criticizing it for not keeping up to the other Marvel franchises.
Yeah.
They just really made this what I felt was a true.
I agree.
True to the characters and how much they've invested, especially Hugh Jackman, who's pretty much owned Wolverine.
They've kind of explored a new X-Men kind of style and almost like a new generation kind of X-Men thing.
Yeah.
And I think even if we just follow that girl, it would be a great movie in itself. I feel like it's a promising. It's a great conclusion as well as a promising way to go in a completely different direction.
Yeah.
And all in all, I was fucking stoked. I didn't expect to be this stoked. I'm gonna give it a 7.
I agree with you. Best film in the X-Men franchise, in the current X-Men franchise that I have seen, and if it is the last of them, well done to the producers, to the writers, to the director, and to everyone that's been involved in this film, because I honestly loved it from the very first moment to the
absolutely
very end. And this is actually quite a tough one because for me, because I think it's just such a good film.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this an 8 out of 10.
That's very good. Very good.
It deserves it.
No.
It deserves its place as it's almost a Deadpool.
You know what? I read a review that was so good. I want to sum it up. They said they run opposite because they both went against the norm. There's a formula, and Deadpool went this way and Wolverine went that way. They're like counter opposites of that thing. Yeah.
So,
Get me started for superhero films, man.
Oh, mate. I think that's the thing. Like the future of superhero movies isn't about massive explosions.
No, exactly.
It's about exploring characters. It's when you read the comics, when you've read every comics that I've read and gotten into. The best ones have always been about the characters and their psychology and how they're like being ripped apart from the inside. And that's what you see that in Logan. You see the years, the toll that it's taken on him.
Yeah, they did that really
and
well.
how it's ripped him apart.
Yeah,
as a
exactly.
man.
Just excellent how they did that.
So yeah, I mean, like, yeah, Hollywood, continue doing that. Continue surprising us.
Yeah,
with,
please.
with films that like
Listen to us.
Yeah, listen to us. Listen to yourself.
I know you're watching Hollywood.
Listen to yourself.
Yeah, listen inward.
Listen to the
You will
to the
find what you're
child
looking
within.
for.
So I guess that's it.
That's it. You know what though? Yeah, listen to the adults within. Listen to the
listen
adult
to the
within.
broken
Heart. When life is hard, man, put that shit into the fucking
bleeding
superhero film.
heart.
Yeah.
I think that's fine. So
Thank you. Thank you
to
very
you,
much.
Logan.
Yeah, to
Here's
you, Logan.
to you,
Yes, to
Jared.
you, Armo.